Baby, let me tell you how it is not easy being with a woman and her friends for the first couple times, because they is like really putting you in the hot seat. Your girl Talisa Rae. What's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? We are reviewing Ready to Love season number 2, episode number 6. We've decided that this is actually episode number 6, Friend Patrol, or the Friend Patrol. Honey, so it shifted back to the fellas. We are in the cigar lounge and they are speaking with Tommy, and there are 6 women left and 1 has to go. And Tommy's like, listen, shit's about to get real. I want you guys to go and meet with these ladies and their friends, because you can tell a lot by a person and their friends. I don't know if do you agree with that? Do you think that you and your closest friends, ladies, your circle, fellas too, do you think that your circle really represents you as a person? Like, they know you well and so they have your best interest at heart? Like, listen, if that was me and I was on Ready to Love, the women that I would have would definitely be grilling the shit out of him. Like, I would have to come to his defense, because my tribe is no joke. They got questions on questions on questions, because they know that I'm loving and I'm giving. Once I'm in, I'm all in, and they don't want me getting taken advantage of. So I'm just saying, it's a tough thing. They have to meet her people. They have to meet the besties, the people that know them best, the people that they rock with, the people that they love. And the first people we see are Shima and Darren, okay? And it seems, of course, they vibe really, really well. He's handling the questions that are being thrown at him, which are not harsh, because they already see the connection between Ashima and Darren. However, there was a flag that was thrown up. Honey, it's something about pet parents. I don't care, black, white, Asian, I don't care what ethnicity you are. If you are a pet parent, you feel a certain way about your animals, okay? And she don't like pets. Specifically, she don't like dogs. That is a red flag for most pet parents. And when he talked about the dogs sometimes do get in the bed, they are 2 Labrador retrievers. I love those dogs. I've always wanted one of those dogs. That they occasionally get in the bed. She was like, oh, like, no, it's either me or me or the dogs. And they can't do what I can do. But he really feels some kind of way. And honestly, he makes mention of it. I don't know how many of y'all, my cousin, one of my favorite cousins, I really, I got a couple, but one of my favorite cousins is a pet parent, and she is crazy. If you rock with me for real, you have met her baby, Stewie. He stayed with me for a weekend once upon a time. Last season around Vlogmas time, which is coming up, I do Vlogmas, and I do stick with it, unlike Vlogtober. Nevertheless, we go on and we see Reva and Mario. And before Mario gets there, Reva tells her friends, one of which is Erica from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, hey, I want you to put some questions in the jar. Let's make it easier. I don't know if that's easier or not for him to pick out and him to ask or whatever, right? So he comes and they sit around, like, together in a half moon, and they get to grilling the shit out of him. I do like that Mario was open and honest about his feelings towards Reva. They wanted more information. They wanted him to elaborate more, but he was like, hold up. They don't love me like I love you. But he was honest about her being closed off. That he does have a connection with Tandy, and that it is a little more effortless. So I applaud him for being able to be in the lion's den. Like, he was Daniel. Like, the Lord's gonna get me out of here as long as I'm authentic and I'm truthful and I say what it is. And her friends agreed. One of the friends that was doing the most of the talking, I don't remember her name, but she said, you Reva, you skate. Meaning you leave quickly, fast, in a hurry. When shit don't look right, you go about your business. And at the end, he said, you know what, it's a red flag. To him, it shows it's kind of dangerous that she's flighty. that she won't stick into something. And I get being closed, and I get having a wall, and I get protecting yourself and your heart because you make bad decisions, so now we have to do something differently. I get all of that. What I don't get is why you would get into this process and not feel like you should open up more and you should try and let somebody in. I don't know if I'm tripping. Y'all let me know down below in the comments. Okay, so we see Carrie and Alexis, and before Carrie gets there, Alexis has one male best friend who is super protective of her, like male best friends are. They want their friends to be treated with loyalty and respect and kindness, even if they don't exhibit that to the women that they date. Okay, I'm not saying that about her best friend, but I'm just saying that in general, they want someone genuine for her. And so when they hear that he's 20 years her senior, he's like, well, what? That's a no. What you gonna do with that? I mean, let's be honest. If your homegirl came up to you, and I know we're forward thinking and we be like, love is love, but your first thought is, you 30, he 50, what's that gonna do? Hello? Don't act like that ain't what you gonna think. You do think that there's an age gap, but they are both very mature. She's very mature for 30 anything and has been through a lot, which has put her in this place. Well, when Carrie shows up, honey, he is casually dressed. I'm all like, come through, Carrie. Take the advice, heed what the ladies are saying, and make adjustments. So I appreciate that. I appreciate any man that is willing to hear what you're saying and make an adjustment, right? Not only that, he comes with a gift. When you go to somebody's house, fellas, you're always supposed to bring a gift. I tell that to my oldest son all the time. He be like, I don't have no money, then you shouldn't be going over there. Especially to a family gathering, you should always go with something. I don't care what it is, a single rose, something. And if you're here, your mother has something in the house. She got a candle or something. I digress. Well, nevertheless, when they sit down, you can tell that Carrie is very much a finesser. He's a charmer. He knows what to say. He's been around the block, but you know, hell, he's holding his own. So much so that the ladies are easing off of him a bit, and the age, like, I really feel like these ladies have slept on Carrie. My eyes swelled up with tears when they asked him if he was willing to have more children, and he said yes. And I'm gonna put you up on game. I'm gonna share something with you, especially you, young blood. Like, your legacy is your children, and I believe that. Like, when I leave this earth, those two boys that I have are what I leave, and how I continue, and how people learn about me. I am their ancestors. I'm gonna be the one that they say, this is how Talisa Rae did. This is what she did. This is what you can accomplish. Woo! Okay, so that just really hit me in my spirit, because we are our ancestors' legacies. We are how they still live. Like, they live through us, they breathe through us. And it's a big deal. That moved me to my soul. That's for a different reason, but I really believe that. And so I just feel like everybody's been sleeping on Carrie. Like, he's a good dude. He's even willing to have children with her. Like, I mean, you know, men can have children till the day they die. Long as it's getting hard and it's going to ejaculate, they can have children till the day he dies. The male best friend still isn't really sure. He still feels like they're too old, that he's too old for her. But the two women are like, well, let's see. Because, you know, the male was like, listen, you're going to get that man a heart attack. He too old for you. He gonna show her something. He know that it don't take a whole lot to get to where she needs to go. He know exactly what to do to get her to the place that she needs to be. Y'all can learn a lesson from the old fellas, okay? Anyway, let's keep going. We see London and Alexis go on a solo date. It is one that is much needed, much coming. And what I like about Alexis, even with Carrie and with London, is that she knows exactly what she wants. She knows how to vocalize, articulate, express how she feels, and not come off even if she is jealous, not come off that way, but come off clear and concise. And I really like that. What you do notice, though, is that her connection with London is slightly different than the connection that she has with Carrie. She told us that she's attracted to people that are attracted to her. And that is what Carrie is. And he's mature because she's been dealing with silly niggas all her life, right? And then London, she's genuinely, like, physically attracted to him. There's that kind of chemistry and connection there where she doesn't have that with Carrie. We ain't even seen them kiss. They didn't been out enough where he could at least kind of peck her on the lips, but I don't know. Y'all know how I feel about them awkward kisses. And as they're sitting there, I love that she's upfront about the way it makes her feel when Divine talks about their relationship. She says to him, hey, you're entertaining Divine. You're interested in Divine. You are interested in Divine, baby. But London's like, but you've got a thing with Carrie, so I feel the same way that you feel. How does it make you feel? The same way it makes me feel. Like, I really like the fact that he threw it back, like we're in the same position. But she also said I was jealous, and I know that there has to be something there if I felt some kind of way, because otherwise I wouldn't care. I would be indifferent. It would not mean anything to me. So I know that there's something here that is worth exploring. In a nutshell, I like you. I'm interested in you. You got other stuff going on, and there are other people interested in me, and I need it to be made known how I feel. I need to know how you feel. I don't want to look foolish. That's what I ain't gonna do. Okay, so then we see Mario and Tandy on their date. Now, baby, let me tell you something. I feel like this is the way you introduce your friends to someone you potentially like, or somebody you're getting serious with, or somebody you're dating, in a casual setting where everyone is comfortable. Because not only is the man uncomfortable, but the women are uncomfortable too. And the reason being is I have to protect my friend. So now I feel like I have to be on guard. I've got to be, in the watchtower, and I've got to shoot these questions out, things that she may not answer, but she wants the answers too. But Tanya lets it be known, like, ask him the questions, okay? Now, I like that they went miniature golfing. He instantly had a connection with her family and her friend, which tells you again that he genuinely likes Tandy, that they really have some sort of chemistry. Not only that, they connected. He found some type of common ground with her and him and the friend, which was he was born in Jackson, Mississippi, and so was she. So that already took the tension off of everybody's shoulders. But when it was time to ask the questions, they asked the questions. They gave him the opportunity to answer. Not only that, Tandy was vocal. Tandy was very affectionate. Tandy showed that she had interest in him. She didn't just sit next to him like Reva did, like a lump on a log, like listening or whatever. If I'm attracted to you, I am going to touch you. I do want my friends to know, because otherwise my friends are going to be like, at least mine will, girl, you know you don't like him. My friend Shayna is always like, girl, you know you don't like him. Why is you wasting his time and yours? You know you don't like him. Y'all don't even match. I really liked how he said she makes me look good, because he's an attractive man, but he said the right thing. She makes me look good. Like, I look even better because she's with me. And I like that. I love a man that knows how to compliment a woman, that knows that she is important to him, and that she does need to be desired and wanted and feel attracted. Attractive. So I do like them together. They do fit well together. Okay, so Kimber and Brent. This is new. This is really their first date. And on their first date, he's meeting her friends. I don't know about that. I'm a little uncomfortable about that. I don't think that's the right decision, especially bringing them to the house in that environment. If it was just a game night or something like that, I always feel like a relaxed environment shows you more of who a person is. You can ask questions in between. You don't have to be a drill sergeant like her friend Nicole. But before he got there, they had some conversations. One of the conversations was big on Kimber having babies. That she liked ugly men, but she going for more handsome men because they want babies and they want pretty babies, okay? That was a big deal, like a big question. And I get her clock is ticking. tick tock, tick tock. She in her 30s. She's in a good place in her career, so she wants to start her family. So when Brent arrives, she introduces him to the family, and the one friend, Nicole, honey, goes in like a drill sergeant. Like, it is not a comfortable, casual, friendly conversation. It is really, what are your intents? You know, you should be courting her now. Well, damn, this is our first date. Kimber, why wouldn't you tell them? Well, hey, hold on, y'all. Like, we want to get to know him and see why he's interested in me, but we haven't even been on a date yet. But they talking about, you know, marriage and babies, and she wanted to have a baby by the end of next year, and, you know, be pregnant by the end of next year. And I just was like, it's too much for somebody that you just now getting to know. I also feel like you saw that Brent too said the same thing as Mario. She didn't come to my defense. She left me out there for the wolves. Like, she didn't say anything, and things that she could have said to her friends was, now listen, I told y'all that this is our first date. Go easy on him. I like him. Don't run him off. Anything to just lighten the mood. Pull it back a little bit. I don't know. Do y'all agree? Let me know down below in the comments. I don't know if they would have made a good couple anyway. Another thing, I don't like her hair straightened. It's not my hair, but I don't like her hair straightened. It made it look like it was really broken off. You know, like her edges and stuff had been broken off. So I need her to go back to the curly hair. It's not my hair. I need to mind my own business. But whatever. Divine in London. Divine has him meet two of her girlfriends. He was doing well with answering the questions, vibing with the ladies, until they brought up the other chick, Alexis. And for the first time, he was honest about, when they asked if you had to make a choice right now, who would you choose? He was honest in saying, I can't make a choice right now. He fucked up when Divine told him, well, on your birthday, you said something different. You said it would be me. He messed up when he lied and said he didn't say that. Because, of course, they got receipts. And like I said last week, he says what he thinks the person wants to hear at the time instead of the honest truth, which is what I value or what I like most about Mario. He says, this is what I like about her. This is what I want her to work on. It's a thing. And I think that London could really take a page from Mario's book in being honest. It's okay. In addition, let me go back and say this about Mario. He did let Reva's friends know that this is what we're doing. Everybody knows that we are dating other people. So we haven't made any choices yet. Like, I really feel like Mario is a little cool daddy, you know, a little Casanova. But I also believe that he is ready to love. But back to London and Divine. Divine has now realized that maybe she put all her eggs in the wrong cart. That she shouldn't have put all 12 eggs in his basket. Though she is really into him and feels like he is the same to her. That maybe she needs to explore other options. And she vocalizes it. Knowing that you aren't sure, I need to reevaluate this situation. Listen, you already had them in your basket. We 6 weeks in, and you finna meet somebody new with 4 weeks left, right? It's only 10 episodes, right? That'll quickly get you kicked off the island, girl. Anyway, we get back to the cigar lounge, and Tommy is like, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Carrie, you had a date with Alexis. How many years is the age difference? And he says 18 years. There's an 18-year difference. But he feels a strong connection with her. You know, and begins to say why or something, I suppose. And then the first time I've ever seen one of the men lift his leg up to piss was London. To be like, yeah, I went out on a date with Divine, met her friend, but there's something there with Alexis. He had to let it be known that, listen, I'm still checking for Alexis. There's something there worth exploring. And I was like, you could see it in Carrie's eyes. Like, he was like, yo, bro, stick to Divine. Leave Alexis to me. But again, we already know that the connection that they have, everybody builds a different connection in every relationship, no matter what. But in an intimate relationship, in an intimate relationship, you can see the difference where it's going to take Alexis some time to really build that relationship. Like, they're starting with a good friendly foundation. But with London, there's an instant attraction. Like, you could get it, I'm all in. You know what I'm saying? Tommy turns his attention to Mario and says, you've been on 2 dates. Let's start with Tandy. He said that with Tandy, he felt comfortable and it was at ease. He felt welcome. Well, we saw all this ourselves with these people, right? And then with Riva, that he felt like he was grilled and given the 3rd degree, and that she has a wall up that's not attractive. Baby, and then here come Darren saying, when is enough is enough? Didn't I ask you that last week? Didn't I ask you, when is it time to bow out gracefully? When is enough is enough? And he was like, then you heard Carrie chime in, because of course he was interested in Riva originally. He said, I don't build no walls and I don't have time to take no walls down. I need to be on a love highway, freeway to love. Like, and it was playing, and I was like, Riva girl, you on your way out. Until Brent started talking about Kimber. Now, I felt like Kimber was going to be out now anyway, because she doesn't really have a connection with anyone. And honestly, neither does Darren. No, excuse me. And honestly, neither does Brent at this particular point. So she was grasping at straws when she went for Brent, because he doesn't have a connection with anyone, and neither does she. He said that there was no warm-up. There was no like cordial greeting, no small talk, no chatter, no small banter, nothing to ease into the conversation. That they just went straight for it and was talking about commitments and babies. And then here comes London chiming in saying, and she been sliding into my DMs. And what she been saying? We'd have some pretty smiling babies. Kimber. They have labeled her as the game player. So now she is the Jimmy. That's why her and Jimmy were good for one another. She is the Jimmy, and they said she's grasping at straws now that Jimmy is gone. And I would agree. She put her eggs in one basket early on, and that didn't work out well for her. So Tommy asked Darren about his date with Ashima, and he says, well, we had a good time. It was good. It was fun. It was, nice. It was nice to meet them, but there was one problem. He talked about the dogs. Pet parents are something else when it comes to their pet children. Their animal children, they don't want to play no games. He say, Tommy say, black women don't want no dogs in the bed. Now, how many of you have animals, dogs, cats, that you allowed to sleep in your bed? As a black woman, I'm not for that, okay? I ain't never been for it. Get your ass off my bed. But my cousin absolutely loves to have her dog. Her dog sleeps in the bed with her. She has another sheet up for the dog. And that is one of the things for her. When she meets somebody, they have to love Stewie. It is a deal breaker. He gets to climb in the bed. That is definitely a red flag for Darren. And, Tommy says, well, listen, can we compromise? Can we set some boundaries? Like, the dogs can't come in the bed or can't come in the room. He said it's up for discussion. To me, that means it's up for discussion, but I ain't really hearing it. My dog was his family. They was here first. I done had my dogs a long time. He really needs someone that loves dogs as much as he does. And I would hate that this be the one thing that would deter or separate their relationship. But you can see that it has definitely caused a rift for him. Now, I know y'all might think that's silly, but to pet parents, it's a thing. I mean, do you have pet animals? How do you feel about your animals? Like, I know most hood dudes keep their dogs outside. Women have the little dogs that be inside. He's got 2 big ass Labrador retrievers. So I don't know. What do you feel about that? Do you think he's overreacting? We all have deal breakers. We all have boundaries. We all have things that we don't want to budge on, and this is just one of his things. Now, I think that it would be silly that he doesn't compromise, but it's a thing. So the 2 women that are up for elimination are Kimber and Riva. That was plain as can be. Brent is responsible for talking to Riva, and Mario is responsible to speaking with Kimber. So with Riva and Brent, he just tells her, hey, listen, You have a wall up. And she's like, it's funny that the tables are turned, because if you remember last week, she was the one talking to Brent. The fellas feel like they don't know you, that you have a wall up. And she's like, well, I've approached every man that I've been attracted to. Okay, you might have approached him is what they said, but you ain't let us in. You ain't telling us who you are. You ain't letting us get to know you. You got this block up. And in order for you to last here, you got to do better. You got to let us in. Well, with Mario and Kimber, okay, baby, let me tell you. He told Kimber that the fellas think you game playing and your journey is over. Your journey ends now. She was not receptive. She was not gracious. Okay? She just showed her immaturity, and I get that it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really in this. In her confessional, she says, I should have not I wasted too much time on Jimmy. But you got upset with Mario as if it was his sole decision to let you go. You know how it works, Kimber girl. You can't be mad. It does hurt that you aren't chosen, right? But it is based on our own actions, our own behavior, the things that we do. You sliding in the London's DMs. You allowing your people to be super aggressive with Brent. Maybe not telling them that was his first date. And, you know, so Reva gets a second chance. She needs to step her pussy up. Like, come on, let them know who you are. Relax a little bit. And part of it is she's reserved because she was in the service. She was in the military. Part of it is she's cautious because she's protective of herself and has made bad decisions. But she gonna have to relax a little bit, or she out next week. I don't know. I was really hoping to see the shit with Brent this week. They made me think it was this week, but it ain't till next week. So y'all let me know down below in the comments what you thought about this episode number 6 of Ready to Love season 2, the Friend Patrol. I'm just really waiting for next week. I ain't really have much to say about this week. Y'all saw that. I am your girl, Talisa Rae. Thank you so much for watching my review. If it's your first time visiting my channel, go ahead and click the red subscribe button. Become a ray of sunshine. You are there already, so go ahead and click the notification bell so you're alerted of when my Ready to Love videos upload. One last thing for me, give me a thumbs up because you like me and I'll know it's real. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I'll catch you on the next video.